Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Corey, Elgin, and Spooty.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers get together to talk about one of our shared loves, toy collecting. We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. If this is your first time listening to or watching on YouTube, thank you so much. That's so awesome of you to give us some of your time. We really appreciate it, but you will learn soon enough. We are not experts by any means.
What kind of experts?
At the toys.
Oh, okay.
We're just enthusiasts.
Anything, really.
We're going to get things wrong. It's just going to happen. Well, let's introduce the band, your fellow podcast co-hosts. On lead vocals and rhythm guitar, he's our real American hero. It's Corey Canny.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
I was sick last week, so...
But not anymore.
No, but I was last week, so
are you just sad now?
I'm sad about it.
Okay.
Just really
The
sad
cold
about
took
it.
his emotions.
I think I'm sad. I don't know. I really don't feel anything. I'm dead inside.
On vocals and lead guitar, and a true master of the universe, the quiet one, Elgin Arney.
He's dead inside, too.
I don't have the power now, apparently.
Oh, Corey's sucking.
I'm kidding. I have the power.
No, he doesn't.
Next up on the bass guitar, he's more than meets the eye. He's our Transformers guy. It's Spooty.
Oh, hello.
That's his normal amount of energy. So that's
Normal
he's
amount of
not-
dead inside.
Yes. And on drums, it's me. I'm Jason. I'm here to share my love of Transformers and all things awesome. So happy to see you turds. It's been too long.
Has it?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Dudes,
Yeah.
BBTS. What's that stand for, Corey?
Bottle blonde titty suckers.
Close. It stands for Big Bad Toy Store. And the next time you want to visit BBTS, just use our affiliate link, bbts.cracktasticplastic.com, and it'll take you to the same Big Bad Toy Store you know and love. And doing it that way helps them know that we sent you there. So once again, edit those bookmarks to bbts.cracktasticplastic.com. Oh, we have an episode today that we hope doesn't get you down. It might take Sly and the Family Stone or Earth, Wind, and Fire to cheer you up. You'll follow that. After the Big Boy Bobblehead Wacky Wobbler first came out on the market in 1998, Funko has only skyrocketed when they started releasing the cutest little vinyl figures, Funko Pops, in 2010. 13 years later, over 8,000 different characters released.
Really?
selling,
We'll let that one slide.
selling over 10 million units in just the last 3 years alone. We asked the question, are you in a Funko funk? We're also going to visit a toy store. The Elgin's going to tell us all about that later, so please stay right where you're at.
Or you can pause and go somewhere else and then come back to it.
As long as you unpause,
Yeah,
right?
that's how the
And then watch the
internet-
rest of it.
That's how this works.
You can follow us on Twitter at Cracktastic Pod and on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Patreon at Cracktastic Plastic. But all those cool-ass links can be found at our website, cracktasticplastic.com. And while you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our other sponsor, toyhacks.com, for all your repro label needs. They have an armory where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry for your toys. Lots of cool stickers. All the coolest things are there. That's toyhacks.com. It's cool. We do
I
a
like
caption contest too, don't we, Corey?
Yeah, we do a caption contest. Check it out.
Okay. It's
You
that
can-
simple.
Yeah.
Just check it out.
Join the Cracktastic Plastic Toy Room and wait for the picture to show up and then write something hilarious underneath it and win $5.
Pretty cool.
I mean, it's really worth your time for $5.
But right now, let's talk about what toys we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools. If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
All right, Corey Canny, what have you got for us today?
Yeah, whip it out.
Yeah, whip it out. Oh,
Just
hello.
this. The missiles are in the box. I suppose I could put them on. This is the. I brought it in the box. Look, I don't know.
This isn't
A few episodes ago, and now it's out of the box and put together with no stickers on it yet. Still, but that's my Starscream Sky Striker from the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Blah blah blah. Whatever stuff. And
It's official.
it was
Blah,
just
blah.
yeah. It was easier to just spend the money on one than to paint one myself. And
Sure.
I mean, when you have as much money as I do, it doesn't really matter.
Also true.
Yeah. So
That's pretty
there's
cool.
that.
How's he transform? Like this?
So
He transforms into a pile of garbage.
I know I've asked you this like 20 times. Is that that's the based on the 30th anniversary one?
Yeah, from
Okay.
2011.
Sweet handoff, Elton.
Yeah, and like I mean, my biggest issue is trying to figure out like with customizing one myself was actually piecing one together for not a whole bunch of money. And when that turned into more than I felt like dealing with, then I just decided to go ahead and
Some money.
buy the actual good one.
Well, you know, I think it's pretty dang cool.
S-
Well, I
S-
know you do.
SDCC, is that right?
SDCC. Some
That's
dudes,
what the kids call.
Yeah. It stands for
some
San Diego
dudes,
Comic
crotchety. What? San Diego Comic Con.
No, Big Bad Toy Store. Everyone
Oh yeah, I think that's it. That's it for this episode because
Okay.
I'm
That's a pretty big one.
I'm short and sweet this week.
Aw.
My knee hurts, and I was sick last week.
So
and he's
he
dead
is
inside also.
Yeah,
so sad about it. And,
yeah.
all
If
right.
I had any emotions, that would be a sad one.
Elgin.
All right, I got a bunch of stuff here.
I can't believe you found that at a store.
Yeah, I only did one because I knew Elgin would have more than
I got a
one.
bunch of crap over here.
Should I open this, the first part of my Thrill of the Hunt?
Oh,
Or are you
going
going to sing to me later? I'll do it next episode.
I can't sing. It's like copyrighted.
You can't sing Happy Birthday?
No.
It's super trademarked and
Yeah.
Really?
it costs a
Yeah,
lot of
it
money.
is.
You'll get flagged.
What about if you sing it in Spanish?
What is that you say?
This is a I Am Skeletor little golden book that I found at Hy-Vee. I was out there getting some groceries and I turned around and saw it on a stand of books. It was the one on the bottom there. I'm like,
Yoink.
hey, that's stuff I like. So I bought it.
All that stuff there makes me happy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can put my name because it says this little golden book belongs to, and I can like
Are you?
misspell
please?
my name like everybody else does. But yeah, the artwork is great. I'll pass it around to look at. All 6 pages.
Yeah.
There's no pop-ups,
Dude, these little
unfortunately.
golden books are awesome.
But that's like a new,
Yeah,
One.
brand new.
that I have a bunch of the vintage ones, similar to that. But yeah, it's just a cool little
New story.
kids book.
Sorry.
Same story, but just
Man, that's awesome.
artwork and stuff in it. So yeah,
Skeletron.
it was like $5, I think.
That's
It says it on the
awesome.
back, I think.
I'm so jealous.
They probably have more out there.
Yeah, go get one.
Yeah.
I mean, I want a Transformers. I mean, just to
Oh,
look
yeah.
down and
Yeah,
see
yeah.
a
Yeah.
Motu.
I
That's
know.
so cool.
So but they also have a I Am He-Man and then an I Am She-Ra.
just proof of how well Mattel and
It's because
Motu is doing.
Mattel is way
Killing it.
way better at advertising and producing toys
And
than
making
Hasbro.
merchandise. Non-related merchandise. Also got this Shredder from the reissue line, the Playmates toys that they're putting out now. They're doing all the storage shell ones, and then they're also doing a bunch of villains as well. And I saw Shredder out there for $10. I couldn't say no to that. It's still got the soft goods cape that he had like in the vintage one, same color. It looks exactly like the vintage ones, even with the weird eyebrow coming out of his helmet there. So it's
You know what I see?
what's that?
At least 10 more TikToks.
Well, I gotta do that. I gotta do the story. I haven't even started that yet. The
Shredder's great.
Saturday night story time.
And also loves to stand up.
Yeah, it's horrible to stand up because they put him in the exact pose of the vintage one, and the vintage one never stood up as well. So he also came with his weapons rack, which I haven't taken any weapons out because I don't feel like I need to.
And that means so don't give it to Corey.
Yeah.
Okay, pass it on.
No, why would you
What
want
was
to?
that?
They're just you just hang it on the wall, and that's where he stores them.
Yeah,
Right? That's
and it does stand up.
Better than Shredder.
Better than Shredder, actually. Yes, sadly. All the reissue Turtles, the first wave of those came with these as well. I think I only took out their actual weapons and left the rest
You
of them.
should do an entire video series called Better Than Shredder and then just compare how well figures stand up.
I should just use them with the rest because at the end of each video, I'm like, can he stand better than Shredder?
Yeah.
And then
Oh, sure. Oh, you're
he's leaning
on
against
something.
something.
I don't. Is he
He's leaning
okay.
against the stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on. You keep going.
Anyway, so yeah, and also turtle related. I was at Dollar Tree a while ago, and I happened to look down in the corner, and they had like a box of fake Legos that were all turtle based ones. So I opened it up because it wasn't even open, pawed through it, and got all 4 of them because I'm not gonna just buy one of them. I have to buy the whole full set of them. So they have
Big spender.
yeah, a whole $1.25 for each of
I
these.
fixed it. He's breakdancing.
Yeah. He's shredding the dance floor. So I basically got all the 4 turtles, and then I did videos of all these, building them on our Turtle Thursday playlist. But yeah,
They're terrible, but they're awesome.
well, so on most of them, the front of them, on the front of their shell, just below their letter, is blank. So if you look at Michelangelo, it looks like he has guns instead of nunchucks. And then Donatello, who actually has just a stick. That's like the best version of the weapon is Donatello because he actually has a stick. You can't go wrong with that.
Leonardo's swords are very swordy.
And yeah. So on Raphael, he has the words Griner International Incorporated on his belly because they didn't include a blank piece. On all of these, they included this piece and the rest of the other 3 and a blank one. But on this set, they only included one piece, and it was the Greenbrier International Incorporated.
Gosh, dang it.
So he's being sponsored by them. Raph is. It's unfortunate.
Didn't there used to be a restaurant here called the Greenbrier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are cool for $1.
For $1.25, you can't go on with it. And they also came with different eye sculpts as well. I had to glue one of their legs in. I think it was Raph's. Maybe it was Mikey's. I can't remember. But yeah, it was. They come with a different eye, so you can have like the comic version where there's no pupils. It's just it's like an angry, an angry look to it, but they're still smiling. So it's like angry eyes, but a smile, which I don't know. Maybe it's more sinister. But they have that. I took the cartoon version of them because that's better.
Yep.
And the last thing I started opening up, I found Shawn Michaels, Heartbreak Kid. It was at our Walmart. They have a little WrestleMania stand, almost like an end cap. They have because WrestleMania is coming up, and they have all these other wrestlers there. And I was like, oh, maybe they have some, other superstars. And they had Shawn Michaels, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash all together. So I was like, whoop, those are all mine now. So I grabbed him. So
Yeah, he looks great.
His sunglasses are attached with that little band. You can take that band off, but I didn't want to lose his sunglasses right now anyway. So it did look kind of like, I don't know if it was the picture I took, but his eye looked like he had a lazy eye, kind of like how he is now. Which is he has a detached retina in real life, but his left, it looks like I don't know if Mattel did that on purpose or they're just.
Mattel's throwing shade.
Yeah, they're doing him dirty, but he looks like he has a lazy eye.
He has a hole in both ears, but only one earring.
Yeah, I thought he has 2 earrings, doesn't he?
No, not right now. He
It's
doesn't.
in your box.
Yeah, that's probably in the box though. He used to. That's all I have right now.
That one earring is going to cost you $40.
Yeah,
to
exactly. It's
replace.
probably in the box.
All right, Spudamus Maximus.
I got things.
Yay.
I got the Legacy Evolution Needle Nose. He's this guy.
What's that?
It's a jet. It's a Target Master.
Is it a Transformer?
It's based off of a G1 Target Master guy. Sunbeam and Zigzag, which I actually have the original Zigzag
Just randomly. Oh yeah, man,
Box
it's a
of crap
super
I
cool
got.
figure. I love all the jets. But yeah, it's this gray and purple and blue. It's such a cool color scheme. The Decepticons and it feels
He
great.
transforms real weird.
The good ones do.
And then
Why does he have a dick?
Come on.
yeah, that's gonna happen. Surprise, surprise.
Corey's not that
I
sick.
mean, I know what mine does,
It's
but what
not that
does
dead
his do?
inside.
And Jason found me a Beast Wars reissue Pterosaur for $11. Which I probably won't open because I have, I think, the original.
How much was he
a
before?
little 20 something.
19 before, and then they knocked it down to 11. Originally $24.97.
Wow.
That seems really expensive.
That's a lot.
for like retail price.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, there he is.
He's cool though.
He looks cool.
Yeah. He's pretty badass when he's standing there in robot mode,
Yeah.
but not that Spooty will ever know.
Yeah. I mean, you can see him on the
Yeah.
back. There's a cool picture on the back.
Yeah, it's. I wished I'd have waited till it was on clearance. Dang it.
Instead of spending $25 on
Yeah. Wow. I might have got 20.
Yeah,
Wow.
Happens the
the
best of
reissues
us.
are entirely too much.
That's a lot.
Did you get the
All the
the
Beast Wars were
retracts?
expensive
I did.
when they first came
The
out.
original set over there.
Oh, is that it, Spoots?
That's all I got.
All right, I got a couple things. So I do not Elgin
Huh?
and
What?
the world.
I don't Elgin either, ever.
I've never Elgined in my life.
Well,
Well, you should try
Was
it.
that one
It's
time?
really fun. Just do it on the
I
weekends.
didn't even know he was a verb.
You fucks. So Elgin, comma. I do not collect reaction figures.
oh, I thought you did.
No, I don't. No matter
Why
how
do you
much
have
you
one?
keep trying to force it, I do not.
I was just
But
suggesting you did.
there was this one that came out that I could not pass up. And it's this Unicron based on the movie prototype.
I was going to say
He's
based on the penguin.
He's a chubby boy. So
Based on Humpty
thick
Dumpty.
boy.
it
so
is maybe the worst toy ever designed.
So when the movie came out, yeah, they were going to make a Unicron toy, and he stands probably about this tall on the table. Normally, this prototype, you've seen pictures, but like, it's just gone down in legend. This Unicron toy that was never made,
Sure.
and it's like $1 bazillion to get a hold of one of the few that there are. And but this
Is
is
it because he sat on a wall and had a great fall and they all broke?
this is Orson Welles right here. You watch it.
Humpty Dumpty.
Spitting
like
image.
him.
Spitting image.
But this is the the only chance I'll ever get anything based on this prototype. You can see in the video he's ridiculous looking, but also kind of awesome. But yeah, so I couldn't pass him up.
Mostly ridiculous.
Couldn't pass him up. That's one of those times where I think that
You know what he looks like?
the Super 7 reaction figures can be a good place for those like super obscure characters that doesn't matter if they're not real, if they're just non-transforming or something like that.
'Cause I don't know if the original one actually transformed either.
He did.
He looks like the he looks like TikTok from Return to Oz, only not Chrome.
Yep.
Kinda.
Oh, but they have a King Starscream.
Yeah.
Like
And
if they made
regular
Gru into a transformer, that's what it would look like.
I have 3 other ones. I have the regular Starscream, and then I have a Golden Lagoon,
Oh, yeah.
Optimus, and
That's right.
Megatron. And only got those because they were on like super clearance.
Gotcha.
If I get more,
But you don't collect them.
if they're on super clearance, but otherwise no.
Oh,
No.
there's 2 Grimlocks.
They're just
on
too
here.
much. They're too much.
They are like
They're
that
way
one at
too
least.
much.
Was that like the same price?
It was maybe a little more, maybe 25.
Yeah.
But all of them are $20 now
Yeah.
Really?
for a 3 3/4.
Which is like $30
nothing.
too much.
Yeah. Anyway,
It
and
used
then
to be what 17 or something.
Yeah.
so Michelle lives in Des Moines now, and so that's pretty great for me. 'Cause then that means I get to visit her and 3J's and CD and Hobbies anytime I want. And so last weekend we went.
You could have done that anytime though.
Well, I know, but
Now
like
he gets to get his wiener touched.
anyway. We went to one the other day.
Not by Michelle.
Right.
It's a lot of weird.
Everybody's make that clear.
The guy behind the counter at Jay's.
Behind the dumpster.
So this gosh dang FOMO episode we did, it's like all I think about now. On the next episode, I'll be talking about what I really went out hunting for. But I stopped by East 14th to check to see what they had because there's this thing that I really, really wanted at West Des Moines, and I was like, that I'd seen a couple times, and I'm like, I need to get back there before it goes. Because you didn't pull the trigger the first couple times. So you're like, But anyway, I'm like, well, I got to go to East 14th just in case they have something cool. And so I checked this guy out, and like he was in car mode, and you know how this is a vintage toy. I just blinked on his name.
Huffer.
Roadbuster.
Roadbuster.
Ah.
And
I just picked the name.
he's in car mode, and I'm like, well, I got to, with these, you got to make sure they're not broken and stuff. And so I like tried to transform him into a robot, and you get halfway, and I'm just like, I can't want to break it, And so I like, I put it back. And this guy's got a ton of accessories and stuff. And I mean, he has his head, which is something that's commonly missed. You can't stand him here as a robot without a head, but
Sure.
but yeah, so I was like, well, I'm going to put him back because I was going to go get the other thing. And then Michelle watched me go through all that and went and picked him up the next day. And brought it to, I know. So yes, this is a G1 Roadbuster. And
Minus 700 accessories.
true. And I should
So
put
many other parts.
I should put him in car alt mode before you have him, Spooty, because like,
Oh, you'd have to not watch then.
well, I just was gonna say like, there's for me anyway, for a vintage Transformer, there's a finite amount of new molds and new toys that you're gonna get to experience the transformation of, and I'd never touched this guy before until that day that I first picked him up, because I didn't know how to transform him, and so when I finally got him home and I was turning him into robot, it was a challenge, man. I was like, because coupled with it's old, so I can't like be super forceful. I see how things are working, but I don't know. But
Sure.
when it clicked and it like happened, and it was just like, this is fucking magical, man. It was just awesome getting to figure it out, this puzzle, for the first time of this old mold. It's
It's awesome.
it was a really great moment, and really solidified how much I just love the Transformers and getting to experience this new mold for the first time. It was really great. But yeah, so that's all I got for this week. So, okay, on to our topic. We kind of put this topic together to be topical because recently Funko had announced that they are going to dump $30 million worth of product in the landfill. And boy, it's caused a stir and some commentary. And so it's not that necessarily...
At any point, did they think maybe we should try to recycle these?
I mean, they're taking it as a business loss.
Yeah, but
on the
like
books.
send them to the recycling center instead of the good landfill where they're just gonna like be.
I don't
in
know
the
if you can
landfill.
recycle them though.
It's plastic. It's fine.
Well,
Plastic.
you can't recycle all plastics.
Right.
There's certain types.
So, yeah, I'm sure they
Kinds you
thought about
can't.
it.
Hopefully.
Yeah, of course they thought about it. It's a bazillion-dollar company.
I don't know.
But, I mean, originally this topic was on the books just for, well, one, the alliteration of the fun name of the title, but also, like, just growing tired of a certain line of something. We collect different things. Do you grow tired what leads you to those things, and
There's a lot of not just Funko, but other toy lines that people reevaluate and
Beanie Babies.
reduce, like for Legos and like for Transformers, like with Turnip, condensing down
yeah, Turnip's a great example. He's
and like moving on to something other than that, to reevaluating their collection. That's really kind of what we're talking about, is looking at, if you have a large collection of Funko, do you still want to continue getting more, expanding that, or selling, reducing, or focusing on, a certain way to maybe collect one type, or go crazy and go all in and go even buy even more. There's a lot of people on Instagram that you can just see like thousands and thousands that they have, and they're still like, I got this new one, I got this other one and stuff. So
oh yeah, still pumping them out. Still lots of new Funko Pops every day. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I just wish there were more Motu ones, because I don't see a lot of them anymore.
Definitely at this moment.
Right.
I know you were saying to me the other day that Motu kind of slowed down. Transformers Pops also have slowed down a little bit. Something like
And
that.
those are the only ones I'm collecting, the Motu ones, but I don't really even see them like out there. Like I go to GameStop once in a while and like look around. I'm like, there's nothing.
I genuinely have no idea, because I have some, but I don't know if they're still making G.I. Joe ones or not.
I think they are, actually. I think there's a Sergeant Slaughter one out now.
Oh, good for him.
He can go pick
Something else for him to sign for people.
Exactly. That would actually be a perfect thing to sign.
I think a downside to their business model is they've made so many different ones that, like, how is a store supposed to be able to stock them so you can find them?
True.
Yeah. There's a lot.
There's almost one for like
lot.
anything that you would ever want.
Yeah.
And
a lot that people genuinely do not want, hence the $30 million dump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I said, I think that was more for on their books, which something similar happened with Gibson for the
It's
guitars.
a write-off.
It's a write-off as a way to, and they ended up,
Stop some bleeding. And
like you said, not, couldn't they have donated them, or couldn't they have recycled them? So Gibson did something similar, where when they were closing down the Memphis shop, they took a bunch of these guitars that didn't sell and destroyed them, like with construction vehicles.
Right.
Instead of donating them, instead of doing recycling them,
they
literally just drove over them and threw them away in the trash.
From a business standpoint, I get not donating them, because it completely devalues the ones that are for sale.
Right.
From an outsider's perspective, who just genuinely doesn't care about these things and thinks that they're the next Beanie Babies, like they're saying to their stockholders, our shit's not selling and we have to destroy it now. And so, like, sure, they can write it off as a business loss or whatever and keep their books clean and everything, but that's to me anyway, that is shouting to the world that, like, people are not buying Pops at nearly as much anymore. At the very least, like, not nearly as much. Like, it hasn't stopped completely, obviously, but, like, it's petering out.
I think I read this, well, I guess it would be the last full year, they were 106% less than the year before that. I can't remember what that equated to, how many billion.
I don't know.
And then I thought I saw that, but I guess I don't know stock market shit at all. But that next following Monday, their stock was only like one share down.
Tanked.
Oh no, it was only like one.
It didn't tank at
It
all.
didn't at all.
Point
even though they showed 106% loss
Yeah,
in sales.
which maybe their stock wasn't that valuable to begin with, and nobody cares enough about it to devalue it that much.
I don't know.
Maybe Reddit's gonna do a stock run on Funko next, like they did on GameStop.
Bought all shares.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who was buying Funko shares, I guess.
Nobody in Washington, I can tell you that.
Do you have an insider in Washington?
Well, nobody's buying Funko anything in Washington because it's always the same stock until it gets clearanced out to, let's see. This one was $1.25.
Who is?
It's a Backstreet Boy. It's Brian Luttrell, the Backstreet Boy that nobody knows.
That's true.
I don't really know any of them, but I mean,
I guess I wouldn't have known any of the Backstreet Boys'
Jason
names.
probably does. But
And there's a hole in the back of the box, but that's not why he was $1.25. And then this guy was $3.50.
Hey, you love this guy.
Well, I have 3 of them because I bought them to give to people.
hell, I got one of them.
Yeah, I gave one to Spooty, and I still have 3 on my shelf. I'm going to send one to Shane
That's a
because apparently
Cobra bat.
in the UK and Europe, the bat is super pop. The bat pop is super hard to find and expensive over there.
You just take him out of the box and say he's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, good. Yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi in a really cheap suit.
Yeah.
and maybe the thing is more that we're focusing on United States sales versus international sales.
Maybe.
And like you just said, if this is like this Cobra bat in England or overseas is even more.
It's hard to find.
Rare.
But all toys go on clearance.
Yeah.
The clearance racks
Yeah.
through the cycles
Sure,
are
yeah.
bigger than they've ever been.
But there's
I
a
never
lot of
fucking
stuff.
see it.
There's a lot of stuff that never
see
gets
'em.
clearance because it actually sells. Like, I practically never see Lego stuff go on clearance, and if you do, it's like not enough clearance to make it worth it
yeah.
because you can still find it cheaper on Mercari.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean,
They
like
have-
this
they have-
one.
They have stuff on clearance.
Shane was complaining about not being able to find this, so I'm like, well, I have 3 of them. I'll just send you one for free because, like, it's. But yeah, I think they're. I think they're dying. I think it's gonna be. In the crapper, just like the Beanie Baby fad did. And I could be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong about it, but I think they're gonna go the way of the Beanie Baby. I don't think they're going to get to the point where you see people in courtrooms dividing their pop collection in divorce court like you did with Beanie Babies. But I think they're...
I mean, I wouldn't put it past anyone.
Yeah.
I think with the shock value of social media and all that kind of stuff, you're more likely to see someone filming a TikTok of them throwing their partner's pops out the window and running them over with a car or something.
I don't think I've seen that yet.
Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, there's a clear, like, it's just, this toy line is so unique in a way that, like, man, it just makes people mad. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Almost-
just another
almost-
toy line.
I know there's a lot of people
Almost
that are like they
instantly.
fucking hate it, and I don't
What?
fucking hate it. I just don't care about them. Like, I don't have hate for pops. I just don't care about them. And I mean, there's a lot of like,
Yeah, people.
I don't
It's
hate
just-
these like I hate the fucking G.I. Joe reaction figures.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's just weird, though.
It's
Like,
it's
it's-
odd
it's
to see.
a-
It's so disparate.
Across the board,
even
men, women, coast to
non-collectors.
coast.
Yeah, even non-collectors.
everyone has
too.
an opinion about pops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no
How
middle
does-
ground really. It's
doesn't
either
seem-
like yes or no.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're stupid, but I don't hate them. I mean, it's just like I've had
Well,
dogs
that's
that I
an
thought were
extreme opinion.
well, but I've
Whether
had,
it's hate or not, it's the same
That's-
thing.
no, I mean, I had 5 cats in my house at one point, and 3 of them were stupid, but I didn't hate them. I still liked them,
Okay.
but I didn't have no opinion about them. So I guess cats are better than pops. So that's one thing we can take away from this episode.
It's just weird. It's a weird thing.
Yeah. Like I said, I would still buy more if I saw them. Like if I saw Motu ones, like they look good. I mean, the Motu ones look good. The ones I've seen,
Yeah,
I like how they look. I like how you can even
I might be
take
more.
them out of the box. Gasp.
I might be more inclined to enjoy them if they were actually like functional in any way.
I mean, their heads kind of move.
But if it was a bobblehead, like bobbleheads are fun.
Right, but if you want to go into that debate, like people collect statues that do even less than that.
I
Like,
know.
Like
That's weird too.
well,
Yeah.
sure.
I mean,
but
we all We all collect these figures that barely get played with. I mean, we look at this wall of shelves behind us, and my shelves at home. Like, I hardly ever take stuff down to play with it, and so it's kind of all just statues at this point.
Sure.
There's all of the in package collectors. It's like other than your own personal enjoyment, it serves literally no purpose.
But I mean, that's kind of the whole thing.
It's for your own enjoyment.
If you enjoy it,
yeah,
and you want to collect it, then what does it matter? Then
it gives you a dopamine rush, and it's the same way with Pops. Yeah, people enjoy it, and more power to them.
Why would you want to poo-poo on someone else's enjoyment?
Right.
Like, just speaking to
the American way.
To the American way of hating Pops.
I don't hate the people that collect them.
I'm in the middle. I'm fairly indifferent.
I think that's where I am.
I have some.
Well, to speak on my personal journey of my Funko Funk, I obviously have a lot of Funko Pops and collected them pretty heavily, but my super decrease in buying Pops really has nothing to do with the Pops, though. It's just been my super focus on Transformers, so it doesn't really. But I mean, every once in a while, I'll still buy a Pop, but man, it's not like it used to be.
To be fair, though, Transformers are just better than Pops.
It's
because they do something.
It's not
you play
about
with them
better or worse. Every toy
it's
is
personal preference, so really.
Yeah, but they are better.
Well,
you look.
That's not the important.
I mean,
part
you look
of
at the people that collect Pops exclusively,
and I know some too. I know
and
some people that
that's what they
gave
want to
away
collect.
all their toys and just do Pops.
And they see it as putting it on their wall. They see it as
Way
like
easier
putting
to-
up art on your wall. It's just, different than that, really.
Way easier
If
to
you're not gonna
display than
play with them.
anything else that anybody collects.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to leave them in the box, they're way easier to display. So that's a plus.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You can insulate your house with them practically.
Maybe.
It's like a whole extra layer of insulation inside the walls.
I guess there is airspace in the boxes. That would...
Yeah, it's good. Well, okay. That, I don't know.
You see why I'm so sad now?
Yeah, I guess.
Did we get anywhere with the Funko Pop debate?
If they made more Transformer Pops, would you buy them?
I'm still 100% all in on Transformer Pops.
Sure.
And when new ones come out, I will get them definitely. There was a minute there where they were putting out some NFT stuff, and I was like, I don't want any of that business.
Yeah,
that stuff sucks.
ridiculous.
That's an actual argument of why something sucks. But
I don't know what an FT means.
we'll put that on the topic list and get to it someday. But yeah, I will 100% buy Transformer Pops going forward, and then I'll still pick up occasionally if
Horror Pops.
if it's been slow and I need a fix. I can always go get a little $10 Pop, so that's easy.
No, I'll continue to buy Pops cereal.
So yeah, I don't think we got anywhere at all. So that's good. It's a good episode. Before we move,
Same
it's
thing
just
we do every episode.
I know. It's just
Try to take over the world.
before we move on in segments, let's go ahead and check in on the Beanie Baby tally and how many times he said.
All right, guys, if you are playing along with us, Corey said Beanie Baby 5 times during the
Oh,
episode.
Is that it?
That's it.
That was
Beanie
it.
baby,
No.
beanie baby, beanie baby, beanie baby,
Over
beanie
count
baby,
now.
beanie baby, beanie baby,
We
beanie
already
baby.
ended the topic.
All right,
That
well,
was
let's take
10
a quick
more.
break and tell you all about our podcast network. It's a really cool place. It's over there.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
All right, we're back. It's time for Elgin to take us on a store tour.
All right, today's store is called the South Louisville Antique and Toy Mall. Originally, I was looking for another store that was in this area, but it was closed, and then I saw this one next to it, so that's why we're doing it. It's at 4150-8 East Blue Lick Road in Louisville, Kentucky, or Louisville, however you want to pronounce it, if you're in the area. There's a large selection of vintage toys in lots of booths with in behind glass, so you probably have to get somebody to open up for you, or just get a brick and break it open.
Hey,
And some out
Get
in
yelled
the
at
open.
like
do
Jason
not
does.
support that. Method.
Just ask for something. They're probably opening up for you. And there's also some out in the open if you want to look, but separate booths, almost like a thrift store, but upscale. They have a bunch of turtles, Motu, Legos, etc. Lots to see and lots to pick through. That's the South Louisville Antique and Toy Mall at 4150-8 East Blue Lick Road, Louisville, Kentucky.
Bootlicker Road.
Nope.
We need to send Jake Book over there so he can
check it out.
check it out for us. That'd be cool. All right, let's hear from you guys. It's Corey with Talking Toys.
Hey, everybody.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey, everybody. We're
Hey,
still
girl.
here after that little musical break. We're still here.
Did you
Talking about
unpause and
Funkos. So if you need a bathroom break, now's the time to hit pause and go to the bathroom because
we'll wait?
we're gonna get into some shit now. What? I don't know. I'm just thinking about
Funkos.
Beanie Babies and how that was the worst drinking game ever. 5 whole drinks, man. You poor guys. So the question was, are you in a Funko Funk and some other blah blah blah? And Amanda Arnie, it's no relation, says I have.
My beautiful wife.
That's Elgin's beautiful wife.
It's weird when you say it.
I know. It's Elgin's beautiful. Once I had a dream about her and my wife, which is her sister, and Jess and I were laying in bed, and Amanda came running in, and she's bounces in all happy and giddy, and she's like, "Who wants to have a kinky threesome?" And then she looks at Jess, and she's like, "That's my sweater." And then that was the end of the dream. So anyway, that's a little segue about Amanda, who we are about to talk about. She said, "I have the only 3 that I want." In parentheses so far, a Macho Man Randy Savage, Green Bay, a Green Bay one. I don't.
It's Rogers.
Okay, is it Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's got, for some reason she has Macho Man Randy Savage, the Jets' new quarterback, and then and this treasure at home, which is a Stephen King, number 43, Stephen King.
The first and last comment from Amanda.
Yeah. Underneath, Willis Wheeler says, "I hate them with a passion."
What you talking about?
Yeah. Thank you.
I knew you wanted to say it.
Brian Clark says this is the correct response because Brian apparently hates them also. He said in a GIF comment, "Kill it with fire," on another post. So he wants to kill them with fire, and Willis wants to hate them with passion.
Note to self: get Brian a Godzilla pop.
Oh yeah, but take the head off first.
Or just slightly burn it.
Is this Scotty Carnivius?
Yes,
Scotty
yeah, Scotty.
says a lot. I only have one. He's British. I only have one. Oddly
if he's
enough, it's a
Cockney.
Star Wars one. From Rogue One. My sister got me it for Christmas back in 2016, or 2016 or so. Even though I dislike Funko Pops and haven't been into Star Wars since I was a kid, though I did watch Rogue One and enjoyed it a lot more than Force Awakens, but my sis didn't know that. She bought it for me because she said it reminded her of me. Aw. I forgot its name. Okay, I found it. Cassian Andor. It looks nothing like me, and I certainly don't look like the actor in the film, but his outfit seems like something I might wear, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, damn soulless, black-eyed, creepy things that take up far too much of the world's plastic. There's so many that if they came alive, they'd take over the world in no time. Perhaps they are tiny sleeper agents brought willingly into people's homes, like Beanie Babies. He didn't say that.
We know.
You're the only one that says that.
And so anyway, that's all there is from Funkos. Have you in a funk? Do you want to throw them all away? Can't get enough of them? Tell us about it, and we'll read your comments on the show.
Yeah, that was the post.
That's it.
Beanie Babies.
All right. Before we go, oh my gosh, just want to mention one more time.
Beanie Babies?
No, I never want to hear that again.
Oh.
But
I mean, you shouldn't have started some shit then, because Beanie Babies.
Okay, that's fine. But I would like to mention, if you want to help us out and support the show, if you like what you're hearing, go to patreon.com/cracktasticplastic. There's some cool perks there, and one of them gets you a shout out on the show. And we're just going to do that now. I know. So we want to thank our patrons who have signed up: Tony Miller, Chris Turnip Simmons, Peter Glinsman, and Alex LaForest.
I think it's actually Peter Beanie Baby Glinson.
You guys rock. And I can't get out of here fast enough.
Hashtag Kevin's Booty.
And we're going to go and regret our life choices somewhere else. Hey, bye, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Later.
And stuff.
Beanie Babies.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.